The Goose Herder. What is country ingenuity? A form of genius, I allow, to solve a problem that exists or to figure how to create a solution to solve some special need, to find a way to make the play. It is the cowboy creed. Willie was the neighbor kid, lived just down the road with bright blue eyes and bright red hair. He already had a load to carry with him in his life. No matter what he did, folks just referred to him as that wild red-headed kid. He was just 9 years old the summer of this tale. His job was to help Pa and Ma and each day take out the pail that was full of kitchen scraps, leftovers from the meals, to feed the ducks and chickens like a poultry Meals on Wheels. His grandma Martha lived with them. She had a flock of geese, and Will's pa put up with them, his mother to appease. They were the most obnoxious creatures, though they were grandma's special pride. They wandered here, they wandered there, and Will could not abide the mess they made of everything. They were a rowdy crew. The stuff they'd break or steal or take each day brought something new. They'd pull the washing off the line and drag it through the dirt. They'd terrorize the chickens and often do them hurt. And almost every day someone would yell, "Will, come get this goose. Please clean up that mess." It really was no use. They'd be in the garden pulling up the greens, or on the porch they'd leave their poop till Will was about to scream. But Grandma loved them dearly. She called them each by name, and though they were a band of terrorists, she loved them just the same. One day Will's folks went into town and Grandma went along, but Will stayed home to do his chores. He was told to do no wrong. When Will went to feed the chickens a pail of kitchen waste, there was a piece of bacon fat thrown in there in haste. Will saw a goose, grab the lump of fat and quickly gulp it down, but 30 seconds later it was there upon the ground. The fat had passed straight through the goose. A wonder to behold. Right then a plan appeared to Will like he'd discovered gold. He ran and grabbed the tackle box where Pa kept his fishing line, and grabbed a roll of leader which fit his plan just fine. He tied the fat onto the line. The first goose grabbed the bait and gulped it down in a flash. She really couldn't wait to eat this greasy tidbit in a race to beat her friends, but 20 seconds later it flew out the other end. So by now you know what happened to catch the whole flock wasn't hard. There were a dozen frantic geese hooked up out in the yard. The geese were honking the geese were linked sequentially, each one in her place, and when Will tied the ends together, he had a goose necklace. Like a string of flapping feathered jewels, Grandma's pride and joy, they were all forced to follow the small red-headed boy. As you can imagine, there was some confusion for a time, for where one would go, they all must go. Will thought it worked just fine. But then Will's folks came home. His grandma had a fit. She loosed the geese and paddled Will till he could hardly sit. But when they were sitting at the table and settled down for lunch, Will's pa heard him murmur, "Least I kept 'em in a bunch."